Virgo.
Well, Virgo, this is your forecast for February 2016, your astrological forecast, that is. And we have a beautiful month here with just a whole series of beautiful transits. So it's going to be a special month, and I hope you're going to be making the most out of it. Right now, let's talk about that new moon, because the new moon is showing up here in your 6th house, which is the house that you rule. So for you, it's going to be extra special. It's going to help you really focus on those things that you need to give priority in your day-to-day life, to really get things up and running, to get your ducks in a row, so to speak. And through all of this, I see that you're going to be able now to really strategize how things can flow for you. It's a health-oriented month to look at what you eat, how you eat, to diet and work out, and the sun being here too is going to help you essentially to get ahead in those practical matters. Now, you're always good about analyzing, thinking things through. You're going to see here that this is going to support you as all these other transits are running sideline next to it. I got my little rescue kitty here, so she's joining us. Yeah, we're going to be looking at Venus here in your 5th house, along with Pluto and Mercury. And the 5th house is all about joy. It's self-expression, creativity. It's your children. It's the things that you love to do when you take time to go do your hobbies. So you will come to see you're going to be making time for it. And it also rules love and romance. So for those of you in a relationship, well, you're going to see how this month is going to be flowering here. Now, if you're single, this would be a great time to meet up with somebody new, so pay attention to who is coming upon your path. There is, Venus is love, it is romance. It's those things that you desire from the heart. And having Mercury here is going to help you to also communicate those feelings and express it. And when we express what we feel, this is also when we're going to feel that we're going to be receiving in return those things, and it can strengthen the relationship that you have due to Pluto's powerful pivotal point of transformation. Especially when Venus meets up with Pluto, we're going to talk about that. That is pretty early in the month. This is when you can come to see that your heart's desire are going to be burning that much stronger. Venus also rules money, mind you, so you can come to see that this month you can come to expand your income, especially within the areas of your creativity. So when the 5th house also rules your businesses that you may own, this is a month where you will see that things can start shaping up beautifully. Mars is going to help you. Mars is your drive, your physical action, your goals, and it is going to start off here with Pluto. So Mars being in your 3rd house, that is the area of communication. Now, already in January, you might have felt that you were more energetic, more daring, should I say, to come out with what it is you truly think, feel, and believe. Sometimes you could be a little, I won't say timid, but you're very private in the sense of holding back. But now that Mars is here, it's making you more bold to come out. And so throughout this month, make sure that you bring forward those things that are really essential to you, especially in the goals that you hold. Mars being in Scorpio, it's the ancient ruler of Scorpio. So it is too deepening the qualities of passion. And since we're communicating, you might feel that you're going to be communicating more about sharing what your passion is. And since it's really in a good angle to your 5th house of creativity and self-expression, well, you're going to feel free as a bird to really not just live up to those dreams, but to share it so that people will know where you're coming from, so they can come in and be supportive of those goals that you set for yourself. The full moon, we spoke about the new moon here in your 6th house. The full moon will be on the 22nd, 3 degrees in your sign. So it's going to illuminate you, where you're at on the stage of life. It's going to be a powerful full moon because not only is it coming in to your 1st house, but within the first 24 hours, it's going to meet up with Jupiter. And you know how Jupiter is. Jupiter is very generous and abundant. So you might feel that you're in the limelight on the stage of your life, allowing yourself to really now radiate the energy, the essence of who you are and what it is that you've been setting forward as far as those things that you wish to accomplish, Virgo. But let's start looking at where this is going. Mars, your 3rd house, is going to be sextiling here with Pluto. Pluto in your 5th house for true love, romance, new love, children, creativity, and the businesses that you own. So Mars is going to be sending you off here on wings, driven, goal-oriented. That's what Mars is, but Pluto is like a booster rocket, right? And Pluto being in that 5th house, you might just start something, initiate something that could actually come to behoove you over the next 2 years. This aspect only comes around once every 2 years. So try to be open, share. This is where it's coming in. It could come from a sibling. Maybe there's a neighborhood group or something that you can affiliate with that can help be supportive of those goals that you set out to do. Now on the 3rd, you also have the Sun, which is you, the essence of you, which is now currently in that 6th house for new routines, is being secured by Saturn. Saturn's all about wanting to give you, shall I say, an anchor to and secure those things that are important to you. Saturn being in your 4th house, well, that's your foundation. It's your home, it's your family life. It's who you are in the inside when nobody is watching, right? Those things that are powerful to you at the base of your life. Well, the Sun and Saturn is coming in. It could also be an elder person in your family as well. But this will definitely come in to support you with that Mars-Pluto. On the 5th, Venus, which rules money and love, is conjunct with Pluto in the area of joy, happiness, expansion within creativity, love and romance. It's a passionate day. And I always say that success follows passion. So if you're starting off on a new creative concept, well, then this could definitely set you off for the whole entire year until Venus meets up with Pluto again next year, around this time, a little bit later, because Pluto will have moved on a little bit, but would still be in your 5th house. So anything of the arts, music, creativity, as far as painting, sculpting, dancing, those things will also be at hand. But money is tied to this aspect, so you could just come to make money on one of your hobbies. So don't rule that out either. On the 6th, we have the Sun, which is you. We got Uranus, which is the unexpected. There could be some insights here. I feel it's very magnetic. It's charismatic. You might be more charismatic on this day. You might also find that you're freeing up the energy around you. You might even be able to consolidate perhaps some loans that will free up some of your financial situation. On the 6th, we have Mercury, which is communication. Whatever communication you're getting on this day, it is trying to Jupiter, which is really going to be beneficial to you. Jupiter is a giving planet. It's generous. It's abundant. So great financial, perhaps, news too, coming in here on the 6th. Jupiter is currently, though, retrograde until May 10th. And in this case, retrograde is positive because Jupiter is who brings us opportunities for growth and expansion. When she retrogrades, is slowing down time enough on our day-to-day schedules so that we can actually go back over and look at what opportunities that might have been knocking on our door, but where we were too busy to even open the door. So now you can really go in and research and figure out if this is something that you really want to do. And then be patient though till after May 10th to initiate, to start. But it's a great time to research. We have on the 6th, Venus and Uranus, they're squaring, but it's not really a negative square. What it's going to do is free you up or liberate you from something, just because we have the beautiful aspect here that we just mentioned between Mercury and Jupiter and the Sun and Uranus. So I'm feeling with everything that's so positive and potent that has taken place from the beginning of the month, well, Venus is going like, hey, I can do this. Now I can free myself from whatever has been holding you to now flowing with it. Because here, this very same Venus is sextiling Mars. So you're starting on to a new page, new goals, and feeling that your drive is behind it. And so I'm feeling you might be busy to and fro in the neighborhood, in and out around town. It could even be other road trips coming up, just because Mars is calling upon you to be out and about doing these errands. But as far as relationships go, I feel that this is a harmonious time, especially because that Mars is in Scorpio, and Venus is here in the fun area, the joyful area of your chart. And that here is coming very, very closely into that new moon on the 8th, the day after. And so that new moon is really setting you off. Don't forget to write your abundance check, but it's setting you off where you're now allowing yourself to invite more joyful circumstances in, not just work and labor and slavery, right? But where you're saying, hey, I can feel fear. I can take time off for myself without feeling bad or guilty. Now that guiltiness, that is a key word, one of the key words for Virgo, because you're so conscientious. You're always trying to fill up what needs to be done before you take time for yourself. But not this month. You're going to liberate from it and allow yourself some joy. We have on the 8th that new moon, and then on the 10th, Venus, your love and money planet, is now trining Jupiter. And so I'm feeling that security is coming in your way, an expansion of the heart, of joy, happiness, relationships coming in. If you have your own business, this is a great aspect to have, because it really secures that money and clients and business will be not just picking up and doing good, but expanding. So great time for you to implement new things into your business at this time. On the 13th, Mars, which is your drive, your ambition, the goals that you always have. Well, it's with you here with Jupiter, so you're going to be super powerful, strong, busy, goal-oriented, driven, should I say. And that Mars being in that 3rd house and Jupiter in the 1st, well, I'm feeling that you are definitely being out and about, people needing you, contacting you, and vice versa. It's on the 13th. And if you start anything new at this time, even though Jupiter is retrograde, Mars and Jupiter work very well together under these positive aspects. You might even be contacted from somebody of the past that you haven't heard from for a long time. This could be a male person since Mars is involved. And then we have on the 26th, more news. And I feel it could be exciting. It could be unexpected. And this is because it is Uranus involved with Mercury. So a phone call or a message here could be an email or a letter. But don't rule out contracts or any kind of documents that are of importance while they're moving forward here on the 26th. And then on the 29th, Venus and Saturn, they are sextile. And Saturn is always looking out for your higher good, to secure, ground, and root something. With Venus, well, expect this day to be very sober and secure as far as love goes, which is Venus. but it could also be money that is involved. And in that case too, it's all positive. So as you can see, this month here doesn't really hold a lot of challenges. You had a couple there in the beginning of January, but it looks like you've been working it through so you can harvest here throughout February. And then what you're doing now, super important, because why? Next month we have a solar and lunar eclipse. And with all eclipses, they hold the power of, the moon will have like 3 moons, the sun will be the power of 3 suns. So it gives us a quantum leap into the future. It opens up new doors, and it can happen very quickly when it happens around the time of the eclipse. And but when we move into new rooms, we're walking out of an old room, so it might eclipse something out of our life that no longer holds any potential for us. But I will be making a video specifically for those eclipses, so you want to keep an eye on that. Subscribe if you haven't, so that you can make sure that you get these eclipse videos to your email. But before I let you go though, if you haven't listened to the Tarot readings for the coming month, please do so. I will be uploading them over the next couple of days here, as the Tarot gives a totally different type of reading and insight, and it's very complementary to the astrology. So do that, and feel free to listen to your moon and rising sign in either, whether the astro or the Tarot, because they too will give you extra information. So listen, Virgo, always good to see you, and I will see you again now in March. Take care.